Good evening once again, Nigerian. It's another beautiful day on the Project One Productions. And joining us today, I can see Blessing Ogungbemi already on the show. Good evening. How are you today? And to all Nigerians out there, we're saying, how are you? Kwara State, here we come. And indeed, I'm in Nigeria. My name once again is Bisaya Busari Akinadeju, and I'm in Nigeria. And today we'll be going to that state that a lot of us have looked forward to, especially volunteers on Project One platform who are from Kwara State, the Daraibo, the Tokme, and a whole lot of them. I couldn't mention everyone. I know you've all been excited to see us go through the Kwara State on the Citizens Show. And for those who will be joining us for the first time or who are joining us on this show, I'll just give you a brief background as to what we are doing and what this is all about. Project One is an organization that is set up to instill in every Nigerian the right values appropriate for national development, and to also foster some of the things we do. We have the Citizen Show going through the 36 states of Nigeria and the Federal Capital Territory and bringing to our minds or remembrance or memory things we need to look forward to when we talk about the different states of Nigeria. And one other thing we have emphasized and cannot ever overemphasize on this show is the fact that in every state of this country that we have visited, we have met with different tribes of people, different languages, yet united under the umbrella of the state. And to that extent, we want to say that we're one Nigeria. It doesn't matter your language, it doesn't matter your tribe. We all belong to that one great nation. And without wasting too much of your time, we will be sharing with you the video put together by Project One team members. Fantastic. I'm always excited to read this, and I use this opportunity to do shout out to everybody who had at one time or the other, every Nigerian who had put out content about the different states of Nigeria, and anyone whose content will be relying on in this show. I want to say thank you all for bringing to forth the beauty of this great nation. So I wish us all a beautiful time and pray that we enjoy this show as we go on. And do not forget, peace is a must if Nigeria must grow. Thank you so much. Have a great time watching.
Ìlọrin àfọ̀njá ò ẹ̀sìn nílé lọ́rọ̀ ìlérí àníwì àfọ̀njá ìlókùrá ní ìlú tó tóbi tí ò léegun síbẹ̀ ti sá léegun wa. Ìkọ̀ọ̀kan lóru tẹ̀ o Ìlọrin tó jìnnà sí iná ó jìnnà síná tó má.
And that is it. We believe you've seen some sites or have some insight into what Kwara State look like. I do hope And when we're going through the next episode of the Citizens Show, we'll be giving you more beautiful and more fantastic videos of all the states of Nigeria. And as we proceed onto this show, we'll be joining us Lekon Jamil, who is also from Kwara State and is doing so well in the area of cyber security. We do hope he will be able to join us on this show and share more about what we need to know about the state that we are visiting today. And so, without wasting too much of your time, let's go into the facts and figures of Kwara State. Fantastic. Like I said, it's actually a beautiful experience so far, going through all the different states of Nigeria. And Kwara State, like every other state we visited, is not different. And when I say it's not different, it means it's also blessed with human and natural resources, and it has everything anybody can boast of. So if you're from Kwara State today, I say it's good. Nice one. You're from a very great state. So Kwara State was created on the 27th of May, 1967. 27th of May, that's Children's Day. That was when the federal military government of General Yakubu Gowon broke the country into 4 regions that consisted the Federation of Nigeria, with the 12 states at that creation. Now, the state had Ilorin, for those of you Ilorin, Afonja, and Kawa provinces of the then northern region. And when it was initially the West Central State, but later changed to Niger. And that's some fantastic thing for you to know about. 6 reduced considerably in size as a result of further state creation. So from Kwara, as we know it, more states have been created. On the 27th of August 1991, 5 local government areas, Oyi, Yagba, Okene, Okeyi, and Kogi, were also excised to form part of the new Kogi state. We were in Kogi last week, fantastic state as well. And so we still have Kwara as it is. So when you're talking about Kwara, you understand that Kwara and Kogi were initially merged together before those states were taken out of Kwara to form the current Kogi as we know it. Kwara State borders Benin to the west, Niger to the north, Kogi to the east, Ekiti, Osun, and Oyo to the south. I told you we're all one family. All those boundaries are brothers and sisters, all surrounding Kwara State. There were 16 local government areas in Kwara State. The 2006 population census that we use as Kwara as having over 2.3 million Nigerians based on 2006. That's how many years ago. So you can guess what the number of Kwarans or Nigerians in Kwara are at the moment. And this population constitute over 2% of the nation's total population, and they've contributed in no small measure to the population growth of this country, and as well as the social economic development. And for my lovers, travelers, and those who love to visit different tourist attraction centers in Kwara includes the Emir's Palace, the Ilorin Central Mosque, the Dada Poetry Ilorin, Mongo Park Cenote, that's at Jeba. We have museum in so many places as well. We have a beach. It's only in Lagos that we have beach. This is located along the River Niger, and it enjoys a bounteous stretch of sandy beach, which is currently used by local fishermen. So if you want to experience a beach life outside Lagos, get to Kwara at the Patigi Beach, and you will have a nice view and experience as well with a lot of fishermen, an opportunity to taste fresh fish from the beach. We also have the Haoyaya Falls. That's at Jeba. Those who love waterfalls and all that, this is a beauty and perfection, and we can't describe it for you on this show. You need to visit Kwara to experience this. We also have other places of interest, which include the tomb of all past emirs. It's not only in Egypt that you will find the pharaohs where they lay the pharaohs to rest. If you go to Kwara as well, you find where all the past emirs were laid to rest. We also have what you would call archaeological, or what I want to call that, but then it's the remains of Mongo Park's wrecked booth. when discovery of Nigeria would have its remains in Kwara State, something you would always find time you visit the place. So we have the Moremi Festival as well, for festival lovers, activity lovers, those who love the dance and the drama that comes with being an African. You need to visit Kwara State, enjoy the Moremi Festival, the Agon Festival, the Patigi Regatta Festival, the Ijakadi. For those who know Yoruba people, there's something called Ijakadi. What we now called the current day WrestleMania. If you want to experience it firsthand on an African soil, you need to visit Ofa, where Ijakadi Festival takes place. We have the Wonga Festival as well. This is an enduring traditional mass wedding. You want to see where you have plenty couples at the same time getting married? That's the festival you need to attend in Nigeria, where how lot of marriageable girls are given out in marriage in one day. For those who are out there and saying, oh, I'm single, I want to get married, you might want to tap into that culture and find out how you can be an eligible spinster to be taken off in marriage, not against your will, but by your will. And as well, fantastic point I always love talking about the different states of Nigeria is the fact that every single state in this country is blessed with both natural and mineral resources, and Kwara State is not an exception. We have petroleum in Kwara State, if you do not know. We have gold, we have limestone, we have Fespa, we have marble. Those of us building houses these days and age, we have marble. In Kwara State, we have quartz, we have granite rock, we have kaolin, we have clay, we have coal, and it's actually beautiful. Always beautiful going through this show and telling you what you might need to know. Mr. Lekan Jamiu is meant to join us on this show, but his mic camera is not yet connected to the stream. If his mic and camera can be connected to the stream, then I would gladly bring him up to share with us firsthand, as somebody from Kwara State and who has also visited different states of the country, who have visited even states outside Nigeria. It would be a fantastic experience to have his view about the state that he is from. I do hope we are able to bring him up. Okay, Blessing Ogungbemi said we shouldn't forget the Uni-Ilorin Zoo. Yeah, that's true. We have a very fantastic zoo at Uni-Ilorin, and I believe it's another place for us to endeavor to visit. Thank you so much, Blessing, for always being on the show. We appreciate you, and we look forward to more things. Mr. Lekan Jamiu, I hope you're able to connect your mic and camera. I do hope you're able to connect your mic and camera. And so, Nigerians, really, I hope you're getting it day by day, that you are actually from a land that flows with milk and honey, a land that we all should embrace. And in the coming days, the Project One team members will be launching the One Nigeria TV show, where we will further bring about the message of unity and proclaiming the oneness of this nation. I am still hoping that Mr. Lekan Jamiu is able to connect his camera and mic to complete this session. So I'm just going to give you a brief introduction of who Mr. Lekan Jamiu is, if he's able to join, but I would have given you the introduction and one or two things you might need to know about him. If you're not able to get him on this show right now, I'm sure you can also check him up on the website, and you have a lot to learn from him. Mr. Jamiu is a cybersecurity professional, an IT expert with experience in telecommunication industry, and currently a cybersecurity consultant with Cybergate Technologies Limited. Damilola Ibitoye, yeah, I can see the Kwara people joining us on this show. That's your state, and we're proud of all products. I'm exceptionally proud of you, Damilola Ibitoye. That's me diverting from talking about Mr. Jamiu. Mr. Jamiu is a World Economic Forum global shaper and is immediate past president of the Urban Professional Toastmasters Club in Abuja. So like I told you, Kwara State Indigenes are in so many places, so many states, and they are doing excellently well. So shout out to the Bitoye's family. Shout out to as many people. I can't mention the whole of Nigeria, but I would have loved to really mention you all. And I want to say thank you all for being a part of this great nation. We do not want anybody to leave this great nation. We want us all to be one and to connect Mr. Jamil to this event. Yes, we do hope to hear from him, and we would like to probably take some few videos in the future and share with us eventually. So, Mr. Lekan, we will be bringing you up to the show. Okay, good, fantastic. I got him. I got you. You're welcome, Mr. Lekan. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I think I can hear you. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Good evening. Yes, I can totally hear you. I'm so happy you're still able to make it to this show. A lot of people have looked forward to having you here. I can see a comment from Blessings. Mr. Jami, we hope to hear from you. Thank God you're able to make it. So without wasting much time of our guests and viewers, I was going to ask, how has it been being a Kwara person in Nigeria?
Oh, I think this is quite an interesting question, because I really can't explain in total what it means to be a Kwaran, because for me it has always been, this sense of unity wherever it is that I found myself. Unfortunately, I'm not I don't usually see myself as being stick to one community, or I see myself as a Nigerian, and I treat everyone as a Nigerian, and I try as much as possible to relate in that way. But I'm always glad and excited. That feeling. It's just like when you are outside of Nigeria and you see a Nigerian person, all right? Even though you feel like everyone is, the same, you try to treat everyone the same thing. But when you see someone that comes from Nigeria, you feel more connected with the person. That is just the same way I see people that comes from Kwara. And when, in relations to myself, I feel connected in a very, different way. And, it has always been an amazing way. I grew up in Kwara State. I've lived all my life in Kwara State until I finished from the university. I attended University of Ilorin. I studied in Ilorin. I did everything in Ilorin, until I finished and I went to Abuja. And, so when you get to Abuja and you start seeing people from Kwara, you feel more connected. You feel more at home around them, even though you feel like, oh, this is one Nigeria, we are together, we are all that. But when you see those people that comes from your state, you feel a little bit more connected. I'm sure I'm sure our audience and people that are listening, we understand, what it feels like when you actually go outside of where you have always been and you see someone that comes from there. You try to connect with that person in a much, different way. I think that is just the feeling for me. But apart from that, I've always tried as much as possible to try to push people even more. When I see people from my state, I try to push them. I try to use very good example of great people that have come from Ilorin over the years to set as an example that, okay, we can do exceptional things, and that is what we are meant to do. I really don't know what the program is all about. I'm just being told, and I even didn't know that it's still going to hold. I just until I saw the message and all of that.
Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Leko. We're so happy to have you. I was going to ask a final question, and I love the angle from which you came from by saying that even though you're from Kwara, yeah, you love to see people from Kwara, but you identify with Nigeria as a whole. So to that extent, would you describe Kwara people as very hospitable and welcoming to every other part of
Yeah, of course, definitely.
Nigeria?
Of course, definitely. Kwara has always been this kind of peaceful, harmonious. Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
All right,
Yes, I can hear you. You have.
All right, great. So, Kwara has always been this very nice and hospitable place from time immemorial. Probably that was why they call us state of harmony. We are very, very welcome. I think Kwara is probably the most welcoming place that you can be in the whole of the country. I can tell you this because I've always, I've always been in Kwara, and I know how we treat our visitors, how we treat our guests, and how we are always very welcoming to people around us. And I've been to other parts of the country and as well as overseas. So I can say this for sure that Kwara is very, very welcoming to everyone, and there's a lot of things to learn in Kwara. We have best schools, we have best brain, we have people that they see themselves as a symbol of excellence and symbol of what it means to be a very good person. So I believe Kwara is such an amazing place. I'm sure if there's anyone on this show that has never been to Kwara, I would advise the person to just have a visit, see things in Kwara, and you're gonna enjoy yourself truly.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lekan Jamiu. I think that will be all we'll be hearing from that. And that's so fantastic for me, knowing that you can actually visit Kwara and have that peace of mind. I was also going to say there are so many languages spoken in Kwara. It's not just Yoruba, it's not just Ilorin. There are different languages spoken, and we're all still one Nigeria. And so a big shout out to Mr. Lekan Jamiu for joining us on this show and giving us this perspective on Kwara State. And to all Nigerians, we say to you, visit Kwara. Your next visit or next holiday, it will be a fantastic thing for you to spend with your family in Kwara State. And if you are not in Nigeria and your children are roots tied to the Kwara State, I believe you'll be able to hear more about your people from Mr. Lekan Jamiu. I say thank you so much all for joining us on this show until we'll move again to the next state in Nigeria after we're done with that the state of Harmony. I love that name and all that. I believe that next week we'll be moving on to another state in Nigeria. I'll be bringing to you the differences, the beauty, and the love. And that's what Project 37 or the Citizens Show is about, when Nigerians get to talk about the different things they know about their states and how we are able to let you see something beautiful, something to look forward to when it comes to the different states of Nigeria. So once again, I say thank you all for joining us. And until next week, we remain yours faithfully. And my name once again remains Bisaya Busari Akinadeju. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Project One Productions. Beautiful people one night.